and welcome back to Sustainability Ventures. We're told there's a simple choice for saving the planet. Green energy, good. Nuclear energy, dangerous. But what if that story is incomplete? What if the data, physics, and engineering reality behind nuclear power actually contradict much of the modern green narrative? Today, we're diving deep, past slogans, past politics, and into the technical reality of nuclear energy. This isn't about ideology. It's about science, scale, and survival. Modern civilization runs on energy, not feelings, not policies, energy. Every hospital, factory, smartphone, and electric car depends on massive, continuous power. Global electricity demand is doubling this century, driven by population growth, AI, electric transport, and industrial expansion. The question isn't whether we want clean energy. The question is what energy source can realistically power and advance civilization at planetary scale without cooking the planet. Wind and solar are valuable, but they suffer from one fundamental limitation. They only work when nature cooperates. No wind, no power. No sun, no power. Large batteries help, but only for hours or days, not seasons. Meanwhile, modern grids require stable, constant baseload power, 24 hours a day, every day, regardless of weather. And this is where the green narrative quietly changes the subject. One uranium fuel pellet, the size of your fingertip, contains as much energy as 1 ton of coal, 3 barrels of oil, or 17,000 cubic feet of natural gas. Nuclear energy isn't just another power source. It operates on a completely different level of energy density. A single nuclear plant can power millions of homes with near-zero carbon emissions using a fuel supply that fits inside a small warehouse. This is not a political claim. This is nuclear physics. When we examine full life cycle emissions, from mining to construction to decommissioning, nuclear power ranks among the lowest carbon energy sources on Earth. In many studies, nuclear's carbon footprint is equal to or lower than wind and solar, and dramatically lower than coal and gas. Yet, the green narrative often treats nuclear as if it were a fossil fuel. The numbers say otherwise. Nuclear fear is deeply emotional and understandable, but when we examine deaths per unit of electricity produced, nuclear power is among the safest energy sources ever created. Coal pollution kills millions every year through respiratory disease. Nuclear accidents, tragic as they are, have caused far fewer deaths than fossil fuels by orders of magnitude. The risk we fear most is not the risk that kills the most. Spent fuel rods, storage containers, recycling process. All of the high-level nuclear waste produced in the U.S. over 60 years could fit on a single football field, stacked a few meters high. It is contained, monitored, and controlled. Meanwhile, fossil fuels dump billions of tons of CO2 and toxic pollution directly into the atmosphere every year, with no containment at all. Nuclear waste is not the problem it is portrayed to be. Unmanaged carbon pollution is. For decades, nuclear power became politically associated with weapons, corporations, and Cold War fear. Environmental movements formed during this era, and many of their positions became ideological, not technical. As climate urgency now grows, the contradiction becomes clear. You cannot decarbonize an industrial civilization at planetary scale without nuclear energy. Physics does not negotiate with politics. The future is not nuclear instead of renewables. The future is nuclear with renewables, providing the stable backbone that wind and solar alone cannot supply. Advanced reactors, passive safety systems, and next-generation designs are already making nuclear safer and more efficient than ever. The climate challenge is not a popularity contest. It is an engineering problem. And the technical reality is clear. Nuclear energy is not the enemy of the environment. It is one of its strongest allies. If you believe climate solutions should follow science, not slogans, hit like, subscribe, and share this conversation because the planet deserves the truth.